On Triggered, I wanted to discuss the elephant in the room, Twitch, recent passing. I feel like was a trigger to a lot of us, and I think it was more of a trigger than we care to really admit. We all know someone, or know of someone, or know somebody that knows somebody who ended their life. And even if you don't personally know somebody that ended their life, we still know somebody that was taken out in the same manner. And I'm trying to use words that aren't blunt and that are not further triggering, because for me, I decided that I wanted to stay away from what the media was saying. I really didn't want to go in too much into details, because I feel like it would trigger me, and it's only so much you can really avoid in today's world. Like, you can try to turn off the news, but then if you open up a computer, it's there. If you open your phone browser, Google browser, it's there. If you're on social media, it's there. So as much as I try to avoid it, I still ingest it just a little bit too much. And I saw where his mother said that she had no words, and it immediately made me think about one of Nas's songs. He said something about in hotels, Hollywood stars hanging. And this situation made me reflect on that, and the way that he took his life, for me, triggered me in a way, because it was just like a little over a month that local Atlanta rapper Takeoff was snatched away from this world at the age of 28. That was triggering, because it was Takeoff. Then it was before Takeoff, it was Trouble. Before Trouble, it was Young Dolph, and before him, like, it goes back and back and back and back. But even on a smaller level, a couple of years back, when I started doing a documentary, I flew to Chicago and I met with this lady whose 16-year-old daughter took her own life, and the manner in which she did it's so sad and triggering that I felt the need to reach out to check on her. Her daughter was on her way home from school, and she was brutally attacked in such a way that the hospital gave her pain pills to comfort her pain, to lessen her pain. And those same pain pills she used to take her own life. So Marcy Gerald, 16-year-old, that triggered me. Like, I was like, I was 16, I have a 16-year-old. Like, it's a ripple effect. And I don't think that we realize how much we're really connected. So Twitch's death probably triggered us all, because here he was, 40, married, kids. Like, it's a lot of ways that we were triggered. And I saw somebody say on social media, I don't know why I am so bothered by the death of a person I never knew. And for me, I think that says you were triggered. And so we have to realize, one, is the holidays. And holidays are hard for some people. Other people, maybe not so much, but for some of us, the holidays are hard, number one. Number two, we know somebody that has gone through that. we may have not personally been affected by suicide, but the numbers are growing. And I don't know if COVID pushed the numbers. I'm going to look and compare to see if it pushed it, because I know for a lot of people, COVID was traumatic. Being locked inside, even just having COVID for me was traumatic. But we were forced to do a lot of things that we probably didn't think we would. Like in 2020, we're locked down and can't go anywhere. But then also we have the world at our fingertips. And so we're able to have some sort of connection with the outside world. But like, that to me, that's a double-edged sword, because now everybody wants to play social media detective, and I said we leave that up to the professionals, because there's always going to be some speculating of why he did it, or what was going on, or did he really do it? And for me, that is intrusive to his family, his loved ones, because when his wife, his mother, his kids get online, they're bombarded with all of these speculations. And it to me, that you can't heal or begin to heal if it keep being thrown up in your face, and then there's speculation of some foul play. Like it's too much. And the human in me says we got to go back to the old days when we respected the dead. We respected the family. We had boundaries. There's certain things you could say and certain things you cannot say. But today, because of social media, we feel like we're an expert on everything. Like, I watch CSI Miami, I can figure it out. I watch Law and Order, like 10 seasons. I'm a detective. But I feel like we're forgetting to be human. We sometimes forget that there's a person on the other end of this little here, this screen here. There's a mother that's grieving. There's kids that won't see their father ever again. There's a wife who is probably replaying the last conversation that they had, and she's trying to see where there are signs. I saw a lady that said she looked back through text. I think it was his mentor. She looked back through text and she was trying to find a red flag. And then everybody said, "Well, this is the last video this is the last video he posted. Is this the face of somebody that was depressed? Is this the face of somebody that was depressed?" Like, there's no way to say you look depressed or you don't, because we all can hide how we're really feeling behind a smile, or behind a text message, or behind an email. I know for myself, I've pulled myself out of a dark place by myself, me and God. Nobody else knew what was going on. And I had people to say, nobody knew what you were going through because you made it look so good. And I had to sit with that and say, well, that's not really a flex. That's not a compliment. That means I made going through hell on earth look pretty in a pretty package with a bow on it, and presented it. So although it sounds like an S on your chest or a cape, it's not. And in the Black community, they always tell us God won't put more on you than you can bear, and you go through hell, all hell, before your breakthrough. All these little proverbs and these little old wives' tales, that doesn't do anything for me when I'm in it. And I know if I reach out to you, you might pray for me, or say you praying for me, or you might say that it's just a test, or it won't last. Trouble don't last always. I can give you 100 million sayings to make you feel like you it's going to be a brighter day tomorrow. But I got to make it through tonight. And with this heaviness that the world is feeling right now, because everybody was affected in some kind of way. You watched them on the Ellen Show, or you watched them on So You Think You Can Dance. So, I mean, like, there's so many people that was connected to him that brings it full circle. And you would think that we would try to find a way to comfort one another, but then the detective, the spectator, the peeping Tom in us have all of these theories, when what we should be thinking about is, how do we help the next person that may be thinking about taking their own life? I've heard them say call 988. I'm going to say call 911. I'm going to say reach out, because I'm sure that a lot of us are saying, I wonder how he would feel now, knowing all the love and support and the embracing that we're giving him. Like, what if he had known that he had that kind of impact, this kind of influence, this type of love? It's too late for him, but what about the next one, or the next one, or the next one? Because you and I both know this isn't the end. But I pray that we can come up with some kind of solution where we can bring those numbers down. And I know everybody's saying it's a hotline, is this, is that, is another. Sometimes it's just a smile, it's just a hug, it's just a text message, but we don't know. We can't read your mind. So do me a favor, say something, reach out, ask for help.